Alright, yo, this is a video I'm doing. Uh, Once again, come on with that reflections. You know, it's not just a fact of reflection. It's like a real, moment of realness that you take upon yourself to be like, situations that you go through in life, like let's say just basically relationship wise. You know what I mean? I only can speak of an example. Um, this is so you guys out there, you might want to treat your woman right the first time around because you might not get a second chance. Um, Last night I had a conversation with my ex, and when you think feelings are gone, they still there. And some of us men want to front or just act like they're not there. Um, Try to play the macho role, but you know how I feel inside. And when you hold stuff back, your feelings of how you really feel about a person, uh, it'll overwhelm you, and you'll start to act out of character. Uh, your thinking be all out of whack. I'm speaking from personal experience. Because last night I was talking. Well, we had a conversation, a variety, a certain type of conversation, and I asked questions, questions that it's like you really don't want to know answers to, but ladies, as men, guys, we do want to know. It's like a form of closure. Unlike some females, you say you want the answer truth, but you really don't want the truth. When men say we want the truth, we want to know, it's because we really want to know. Um, I guess it's a part of our brain that if we're not, if we don't know, then we assume, and then there's so much stuff that we can assume, and it's just a part. I guess that's the part of being a dude, a man, that you start assuming things, and the things that you're assuming are hurtful, more hurtful because you don't know. So that assumption is actually more hurtful than actually knowing the truth. So that it's like if you tell us the truth, that don't tell us something because you think we want to hear it, like, oh, I'm not doing this or I'm not doing that because you think we want to hear that. We want to hear the truth because it's gonna piss us off. Far worse if we find out, okay, she's lying or whatever. Even if we dated you and we know a part, it's like, okay, this person likes to lie a lot, or it's certain things that they do lie, have tendency to lie about. But when it comes down to, okay, if we're not together, there's no reason to lie anymore. Just to be honest. And we had that moment on, through a conversation that there's some things I wanted to know. I wanted to know if she was happy. She wouldn't answer that. I wanted to know if she was in a relationship. She says no, she's not messing with nobody, but she is dating. So it's like, oh, she dates or she date. So it's like, okay, if you're not messing with anybody, but you're dating, so that kind of negates that. But maybe you females could clear that up for me. Maybe that's my mistake, my bad. But it's just certain things that being a dude and you going through a relationship, it's like certain things you think about, like, man, maybe if I would have did it this way or I did it that way, or spend a little more time with her, or focused on her, or just things like that. It runs through your mind, just to let you ladies know we do think like that, and that's if we really did love you or if we really had cared. That runs through our mind. So if a guy asks you questions and you're not together and you're just like, okay, you're still kind of cool, or you're talking, or you're able to hold a conversation, and he asks you questions, that means because he still cares, he still loves you, and it's a part of him that wants you back, and he wants to know, okay, how far have you gone past that point? Because it's like, okay, you're in a relationship with another guy, or you sleep with another guy, stuff like that. Kind of is like, okay, man, it's a no go, whatever. She's where she's at. But if it's like, oh, she hasn't done anything, she hasn't moved on fully, then it's a part of her who still loves you too, and we want to know that if it's a part of you that still loves us, because definitely it's a part that still we still love, and you, and that's just females, period. And a part of me last night, I couldn't sleep at all. That part of me still shows that I love this. I love that woman a great deal, and I still do love her a great deal. It's just that a lot of stuff is held inside, and women, you hold stuff inside too, and that's one of the big problems. Is like you hold a lot of stuff inside, and then one or two lies pop up, and you get caught in your lie, and now it's a trust issue. And women, we do catch you in lies. And you catch us men in lies sometimes, but it's like that's where the issue comes in, mistrust. And it's like if you especially try to be vague and don't want to speak your mind, like speak the truth, or like okay, own up to something. If you did something, own up to it. And that'll keep the trust. Even if like you break up for a while, you will always say, "I can trust this woman," and you will come, and that will actually be another foundation for, let's say, a new relationship. But if it's destroyed, talking about beyond recognition, the first thing you need to rebuild is trust, because love was always going to be there, and love is always a reason to fight for a relationship, even if it's no trust. Love is a reason to fight for it, and with that love, you have to rebuild the trust. And if you're able to rebuild the trust and rebuild the friendship, then the relationship will be that much stronger, because it wasn't killed. It was beaten to the point of non-recognition, but it still, it may have been broken, but it's rebuilt. It's like a potter. A potter has to break, if a mold or something is messed up a little bit, or if it's not molded properly, he has to break it down, throw it in fire, and rebuild it up. And it's stronger the second time around after the first. Actually, even with the relationship. So yeah, this is my moment of realness. Not just my moment of realness, but a reflection. My reflections are basically things that I go through, things that I can relate to. Moments of realness is just me being real. That's all that is. You know what I mean? If you like this video, put that like button. Leave your comments. I want to know what you people think. Ladies, leave your comments. All right? Later.